Hello, and welcome to Practice Time with Ms. Rhona. My name is Rhona May Arca, and I am a registered music teacher in Calgary, Alberta. So welcome to those of you who are checking this out for the first time, whether it's catching it live or watching the replay. So this is a series where you're hanging out with me as I practice. So you get to see, what a typical practice could be, or maybe should be, depending on your current practicing style. So let's get the show on the road. So Monday, we are going to do mostly my Monday students' pieces. So beginner all the way up to grade 4, grade 5. On top of that, I'm also preparing to play at a funeral tomorrow morning. So I have to run through the music for tomorrow as well. So if you're tuning in, please, and you have questions, please drop them in the comments there. I'll check when I pause and change pieces. So let's just get going here. I just need to reorganize this desk here. So we are going to warm up with, hi there. Going to warm up with an easy peasy piece. Oops. So hang on. Let me see. Which folder is it? Okay, it is this one. That one? Yes. Okay. So here we've got, I'm calling this a warm-up, but this is a brand new piece from one of my students. Of course I didn't put a little flaggy on it. Oops. I should always keep posted flags by the piano. And of course, mine are over here. So give me 1 sec. There we go. Sneaky Sam, Melody Bober. So this is from the RCM prep book. She is an American composer, I believe. And I've actually not taught this piece before. So this will be sight reading. We'll count it as sight reading as well. So for my student who will be catching the replay, I'm just going to pop the overhead here so he gets a really good view of that overhead, and so do you. Okay, it says mysteriously at 132 to 152 beats a minute. I don't know how mysterious you can be with such a fast song, but since I'm sight reading and he's going to be learning it over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to just take it slow and try to get in as much detail for him as I can. So sight reading, the name of the game is just keep it going, keep trying, keep moving forward. So it doesn't have to be perfect. And I didn't learn that until I started teaching. So yeah. Growing up, I always fixed when I was sight reading and was wondering why my marks weren't that high in the sight reading department. Now I know. But it becomes blatantly clear when you play at gigs or play at church and you get a piece put in front of you that you've never seen before. And you have to keep going because the choir is singing and the congregation singing. Not right now, but because no congregational singing, but you know what I mean. Okay, Sneaky Sam. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, Oh, this is cute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. that remind you of Pink Panther? That's kind of cute. I hope my student has fun playing that. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm still not sure that, it's still going to keep its mysteriousness at 152. Okay, I'm just trying to look at where I might have moved my metronome. I'm not too sure where I put my metronome. Oh, it's on the other keyboard. Not too sure why it's there. Okay, 152. Maybe it'll sound mysterious at that speed. Maybe it'll sound like a scurrying mouse. I don't know, did that sound more mysterious to you at the faster speed? If you think so, let me know. Or if you don't think so, let me know. Either way, I hope that my student enjoys playing Siki Sam, and I hope you did as well. Next up, yes, carrying on with technique. So, not the sexiest thing to practice, but it's definitely one of those fundamental things. And most students really, really don't like practicing scales. I mean, when I was their age, I did the same thing too. I would, run through the scale once, maybe twice, and call it a day. But no. That's really, it's usually, I don't know, somewhere between the third and the fifth repetition that you start to hear something click. Unless you're doing, like what I'm doing tonight is level 2 technique. So I should be able to get it on the first go at the goal speed. But I'm just going to run through this. This is actually Conservatory Canada's contemporary idioms syllabus. So the students prepare 4 contrasting pieces, but all contemporary. So they could do ragtime, they could do pop, they could do a video game song, they could do country. And there's a lot of flexibility. They could even do a song where they play and sing. And they actually have to do a little bit of improvising as well and chording. So it's all the stuff that I wish I had learned growing up. So now as a teacher who actually relies on these skills playing at, in choirs, try to make sure that the students learn it as early as this, grade 1. So I'm going to put the overhead camera on because that will help students and also give you a chance to see. Hi, Anne-Marie. You like the faster speed? Awesome. Yeah, I think it gives it a bit of energy, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to play some scales. So the thing that is different with the contemporary idioms program is it's not just good old legato. They also have to do swing. So I'll do swing coming down. So they have to master playing it classically as well as jazz. So I'm just going to run through, let's try E minor. Yeah, sure. E minor is related to G major because they share the same key signature. I'll do that completely swing, so. So one jazz teacher taught me to go do ba do ba do ba do ba to get it nice and even, so that, or uneven, I guess, correctly uneven, correctly swung. So the jazz kids actually, or jazz pop rock kids, they have to do natural minor, which I just did. Now I'm going to do, I don't have to do harmonic minor. They have to do that as well. Okay, so contrary motion, very useful scale to learn and master. So. Oh, I'm switching it to minor for a second. Oops. So that's the one problem. Trying to stay focused. They also need to be able to pull that off swing too. Pop rock kids they also need to do pentatonic scales. So major pentatonic, which sounds a lot like Oriental music. So from Japan or China, or those would be the dominant, I'd say. So it's no 4, no 7. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Oh, but they have to do 2 octaves, and I'm going to try that swing. So. We have a little bit more flexibility with the fingering on these two, so it's whatever works. So long as you're not doing this. Or, once you hear a stumble, we know something fishy happened. Okay, minor pentatonic. That is no 2, no 6, based on the natural minor. So that's going to be... Now let's do 2 octaves and swing it. So I'm not too sure on the fingering. I've never really come up with solid fingering, so... That's still logical, and that would be passable. Blues scales. So they get to do the blues scales too, as early as grade 2. So that is flat 3, flat 5, normal 5, flat 7. So let me just show you the natural minor so you can see. Actually, major, E major. So I said flat 3, so instead of that note, I'm going to go down to this note. I have that note, but I have to also go down. So that gets lowered. And then instead of D sharp, that gets lowered. So that's why I was saying flat 3, flat 5, and flat 7 down. So that sounds like this. Oh, hang on. I missed a note. Hang on. But they have to pull off 2 octaves. I'm just going to do this straight so I can think about what the fingering could be that I could use on this. That did not work, as you saw. I shall try that again. Hang on. That's got potential. I don't think that fingering that I picked is going to hold at a faster tempo. For grade 2, definitely, that would be passable. But I will have to fiddle around with that before I teach that. Okay, so let's do triads. They need to do it hand separate, 1 octave. I am just going to, because I've got a big to-do list, I am going to level up. I'm going to do 1 hand broken, 1 hand solid, and put it all together, I think. We'll try. I haven't done this in a while, so. when you're pressed for time, students, or Anne-Marie, you can always change up how you practice this and try to find ways to, kill two birds with one stone, like I just did there. I'll do minor now, but I'm going to switch. So I think, it's broken with this hand and solid with this hand. We shall try. I don't think I've tried this before, so. Yeah, that works. Okay, and now just to confuse anyone who's watching and thinking, I have to do this for grade 2? No, you don't. I'm going to do the G major arpeggio on the way up, and I'm going to switch and do the E minor arpeggio coming down. So. So now I'm going to switch. So. So one of the bonuses of doing technique this way is it really does force you to wake up and focus. Because all too often, it's one area where we tend to go into autopilot. I'm just going to put this back in the binder here and close the binder because it's a big 3-inch binder. And if all those pages fall from my syllabus, that's going to be really messy. Okay, what do we have next? I have, got some Zelda music for you next. So, two brothers, they're working on two different versions or two different, themes related to, I believe it's Hyrule Castle from The Legend of Zelda. So I've got this very popular, very beat up. You can see the pages they're falling out. That it's a well-used book in my studio. Okay, so I think, is it this one that he was doing? There's too many Hyrule Field themes. Oh, here's the main theme. Okay, so my student is going to be focusing mainly on the first page, but he'd like to hear what the whole song sounds like, or at least this arrangement. So I'll be sight reading. I've gone up to the bottom of page 1, and thankfully video game music repeats quite a bit, but I will be going slow because that is the general rule of thumb for sight reading. And just to give you and my student a good view, overhead, so no swing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4, and 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Oh, hang on. I totally messed that up. Okay. I broke the rule about sight reading. I stopped to fix. I should not have stopped to fix. I will start at the A section, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars in, and I'm going to try to do it properly and just carry through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. That sounded weird, but that's right. And 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. Sharps. 1, 2, 4. And then this sounds familiar, I bet. Kind of. Of course, that has to come back in every verb theme. And I shouldn't have talked. Sounded wrong. It was wrong. And then we got. And then we have this DS and FO, which means del segno. Del segno, I have to go back to the squiggly slide. Way back near the beginning, I am so not going back to the squiggly sign way back in the beginning. So, yeah, and fading out. So, nope. Okay, leaving that be. Leaving that be. So, let us carry on. So, older brother is working on a much more difficult version of this. So, and I need to also push forward and try to read through the whole thing, but not today. Not today, just because I've got so much other stuff to work on. I am going to just take it from, okay, let me just switch songs. I've been getting into this bad habit of not switching these banners. There we go. Okay, so I'll pop the link to this arrangement down in the comments for those who'd like to work on this. It's a really neat, very pianistic arrangement. So kudos to the arranger. I mean, I probably at bar 47 would have done an ottava instead of adding all these crazy ledger lines, but you know, it's actually good practice for students to read ledger lines. So I'm just going to concentrate on the news part. So we've got, I'm going to start at bar 29 because I had my student work on that a little bit more, and then I'm just going to go forward to bar 48. There's some crazy ledger lines in that last line. Bar 47 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ledger lines. Oh, dearie me. Well, we'll give it a shot. We shall give it a shot. Okay. So, there we go. So we've got. that's the chord. Okay. I'm just double checking. So fourth above, right? Yeah. Wait. C, E, G. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Wait, no, there should be a no. I was gonna say B flat, B natural. Yeah. Okay. B natural it is. Okay, I'm gonna repeat off 34. So. And then that is this G flat. Okay, sure. And then this. Let's see if I can get this. And then we got. No, that is so not right. Yeah, we got. No, I am missing that. Dang it. Bar 35. A, C, E flat, E flat. Okay. That's why I'm not getting it. That would be how that goes if I'm reading the lines correctly. Yep. Okay. That will need some drilling. So, and then we go back to. Okay, and then we're still 5/4 time. So I'm counting 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 and 2 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet. I think my timing was off there. Okay, so we got 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and then we got 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, and then we got, seriously, 4 triplet. Yeah. Now we're delving into sight reading, I think, because I don't remember going this far ahead. And then we got these notes. Thank God chords repeat in video game music. So A, C, no, that's an F. Okay. A natural would be good, and then the D flat. Oh, okay, now we're coming up to 46 is not nearly as bad as 47. Wait. I knew it just moved up. Okay, then we got a settimana. Okay, so not here, but here. Why didn't they just put that in treble clef? Okay. No, C, yeah. Yeah, that is nope. That sounds horrid. A, C, E, F sharp, yeah. And then that is so not right. Hang on. Oh, okay. So it's crazy, crazy high, but it's pretty much the same notes from bar 18. No, because it's starts with a C. Hang on. It is the same pattern as. Trying to find it. Same idea. It's starting on C. I'm going to have to write in those notes, but yeah. Okay. Like here, let me just show you how many ledger lines. Like, look at that bar. Okay. I will come back to this, but later. I'm just trying to not go too late tonight just because of the funeral tomorrow and the rehearsal tomorrow morning. So, that's just more to do a run through and see what's coming up next. So later on in the week, I'll go back and really rip it apart. So next up, oh, no, not this piece. Okay, so it's that piece. Okay. Minuet in G, the Minuet in G that, everyone, we all kind of have to go through it. It is in one of these books. Okay. All right. The one that we originally thought was Bach, but it's really Petzold. Okay, so my student is concentrating on page 2 my page 2, but the B section over the next couple of weeks. So I'm just going to run through that B section. So this is more just, I guess, for him as a reference, but for me just to remind me of where the pitfalls will be. Where we'll have to spend some extra time. So. Now, I don't think he's got a chill there, or mordant, but it would be cool. We'll discuss that later. Oh, that is so wrong. Left hand. Okay, so definitely my student and I will need to discuss ornamentation. I'm not too sure why I did not get bar 28 there. Oh, well. Okay, so that should just give him a bit of a guideline. But I did promise him, morning prayer. I did promise him that we are going to do this. I'm just trying to think because I wanted to show him pedaling. I can't remember if it was I need to give him definitely pedal view here on this camera. So excuse me, I'm going to change to the pedal count. And I'll move that water bottle. And then we'll change this. Yeah, I think the side view and overhead are a good combination. So because we kind of ran out of time before we could really discuss pedaling. So I promised him I would run through his piece. Why do I not have a posty flaggy on this? Okay. I'm going to have to look at the table of contents. 34. try to put little post-it flags on all my students' pieces for quick and easy access. Okay. So pedaling. So general rule of thumb is you are trying to, for legato pedaling at least, the pedal goes down after you play the notes. So you're essentially lifting as you play the next set of notes and then coming down right after. It's different from the sonata that I was practicing last week where it was in time with the chords. Gives it more snap. Less resonance maybe? Yeah, it's a different sound. So here we go. I keep forgetting that it's this side camera. So I'm gonna go just slow. Just so my student can see fingering and pedaling. And slurs. Okay, my fingering was bad there, but that's an option, having the left hand take that D and then off. That on one pedal, but here you gotta change. So maybe clear that a bit more than I did. And then pedals actually written down here. Oh, that should all be one pedal. I should not have lifted. Now pianissimo. So actually, let me get this hand out of the way. So to get the pianissimo, I mean, technically we should be able to get pianissimo without the soft pedal. So the trick is you go down part way. Ooh, that was like triple P. There. And then just kind of sink in very gently to get that soft sound. All right. Hopefully that is enough of a demonstration for my student with the pedal. I see that I will probably need to do another run through before our next lesson of that back end, just to really work on the accents and getting them a bit more precise, along with the cleaning up the pedal changes, because they were okay today, but at the end of that second last line, that could have been a bit neater. Okay, so next up is going to be Sonatina, I believe. So I'm just going to switch to the overhead cam. There we go. And I forgot I'm running on one laptop and one desktop, so I could actually have one in charge of banners and the other can be in charge of comments. Oh, that's a good idea. And my thank you, just okay. So now, just trying to remember. I don't think she needs the pedal cam on this one, so I shall adjust. Okay. There we go. We'll give the camera just a moment there. Okay. So my student working on this sonatina. I think she said she's going to try to get to the bottom of page 2, somewhere there. I'm just going to do a slow run through. I'm just trying to decide where, from where. Probably the B section. So bar 32. Yeah. Excuse me. Hang on. Yeah, because it's a bit of a rondo. Yeah. Okay. Or a modified sonata allegro form. Okay, so I'm going to do 32. Excuse me. And I'm actually just going to go to the end of the page, the second page. So that would be bars 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. Okay, so for me, it's just to get the trickiest section, just still keep it in my fingers. But for my student, I want her to take a really good look at the slurs and just how I'm moving with that. So let's try that. Okay, so. Ooh, I missed that sharp. That should be finger 3, so my issue is going to be fingering. Ha. Okay. Now this we were playing around with. She could do a measure trill. She initially had this written in her score because she inherited this from a family friend, this her book at least. So she had it's not as flashy as doing the 2 wiggles per note. 2 wiggles in the right hand against 1/16th note in the left. And eventually it's cool to do an unmeasured trill. So and that's going to be, it takes a bit of work, as you can hear. But yeah, for grade 4, measured trill is totally fine. So. Okay. It's the inversion of bar 49. So. I missed that, sorry. And hold that for a full bar in a bit. And then it comes back to that theme. All right, so what did I need to quickly review? I think it was this. Oh, this, yeah. Against this. Fingering would be good too. And to get that G sharp, because we're temporarily going to A major. There. then moving back to G. Yeah, once my student gets to there, she's pretty much home free, supposedly. Yeah. What is next for me? Oh, right. I can look at this one. Okay, so this is a new piece that my grade 2 Concan student is working on. So I'm just going to spotlight the side view here, because what I would really like my student to really pay attention to, because we just kind of grazed, scratched the surface, slurs. So that whole dropping in, rolling in, and oh, you know what would work? Hang on. So I haven't actually done this setup before. Putting the 2 side cameras. That way, my student can really see the slurs there. So really dropping in and rolling in, and just not doing that, but just letting the roll control that slur. Yeah. Now, if he wants to do the repeat, I would suggest that we do something different, adding some ornaments. So I'm going to do the repeat. So we could do a trill, so 2 wiggles on DC, DC, or we could do a mordant. We could do this. We are in C minor, so we could go C, B, C. We could do a grace note. Lots of options there. We could do a turn. This would be good, actually, if I now put the overhead camera. So I'm switching this one. Okay, so let me just outline that for my students. So bar 7 and 8, so he could do grace note, or we could do trill, we could do mordant. So hopefully that gives him a few options. Oh, turn, so that's a turn. Maybe at the very end a turn would be appropriate. I'm not sure. So we'll have to discuss fingering. Yep, that would be correct. No. That would be another opportunity to throw in a decoration or an ornament, and then repeat. The student is really good at trying out new things. So hopefully once he gets this learned, he does feel brave enough to experiment a little bit with those ornaments. So who do we have next? What is up next? I'm just going to adjust that. Yes, there we go. Okay. I was hoping to get through my advanced students' repertoire, but again, like I said, with the morning rehearsal and then the funeral, I just need to plow through and get this going and get to bed at a decent hour, because I don't want to do what I did before my first attempt at my grade 8 exam, which was I stayed up too late reading Jurassic Park. So I did not do so well in my first attempt at grade 8 because I was sleep deprived. So everything that was weak was really weak. Okay, so yeah, so this is, most of these songs are songs I've already like played at church, be it regular service or at a funeral. So I pretty much don't need to do too much in terms of a run through. I guess if anything, if I decide that I'm going to sing, if another singer is needed, but I mean, technically, I think we're supposed to have one cantor at regular masses, I think is the deal. We can have a small chorus singer, so long as, physical spacing is, everything is, all those considerations are made. Yeah, I don't think I need to practice singing this. This is one that I know well. So it's Prayer of St. Francis, or Make Me a Channel of Your Peace. I don't know, I might sing, but like I said, I don't really need to do the extra singing practice on this one. Sorry, that's bonking the piano. I'll bring this down a little bit because there's a few songs that I will practice singing. And actually that gives everybody a much better view of the plushie collection on top of the piano. So we've got the uncooperative birds from Friday are back. So we've got the parrot who's been reserved, so he's hanging out here. He hasn't fallen down in a while. He was falling down earlier during the day. We got like the friendly toucan. And the penguin that I had to keep going back to Omomo to pick up more penguins. But yeah, like look at how cute that is. Oh, the lighting is kind of funky there. I think it's because the halo light has already adjusted to my face. It doesn't want to adjust to this guy. So maybe if I put it on the overhead camera, you can appreciate his cuteness. So yeah, these are student prizes. My students earn a maestro bucks based on, when they complete they master a scale, and every time they perform, every time they finish a piece or memorize a piece. If they do extra projects, one of them is going to come back with some phrases for me in Swedish. So one of them will be like some of them will be music related, and some of them will just be, for, that day when maybe I get to go to Sweden and visit, that I can actually say a few words. But yeah, how else do they earn? Well, one of them sometimes transcribes music, so that's another way they can earn extra Meister bucks. Some of them have gone to like porch concerts, since that's the thing, or a live stream concert. So they'll give me a bit of a report, and that'll get the Meister bucks, and then they can put the Meister bucks towards the plushies. Turtle. Oh, Turtle's new. So my student, one of my students has a turtle snoozable that shows up at every single Zoom lesson. So very, very soft, very cuddly. Could not resist getting one of my own. Calendar Club, Chinook Center, for those who are wondering. Okay, so just needed to take a little bit of a brain break. Brain breaks are good. So I think that's a sufficient brain break. I can carry on. All right. I wish that the microphone at church, the boom stand, I wish it would stay like as nicely as this is staying. Maybe it's just the way that type of microphone, it just keeps flopping. So I don't know. Okay. Make me a channel of your peace. Here we go. Make me a channel Okay, hang on. I'm going to do like once through. I'm trying to do too much at the same time. I'm going to do like a one run through of the verse just to figure out what I want to do with chords. Because the piano part is very boring. That's got potential. Oh, I guess I could move this in now, especially if I'm going to do singing. Now we'll see how well my angling has worked, if that's going to stay put nicely. Because it's all what? Physics and angles and math. It's all math. Okay. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so now we'll try with singing. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. Where there's still true faith in you. Okay, I mean, that could work. I'm going to do the second verse and jump to the third. Okay. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life that we break through. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never sing so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Yeah, that could work, I guess. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving of ourselves that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Yeah. The trick with playing and singing is that you can't be too complicated with that piano part, but you still need to give support. Okay. Next up. Oh, yes. Okay. We are doing the mass parts that I know the least well. So I should probably run through those. At least trello spots. Okay. So yes, that would be prudent. That would be smart. And I don't know. The part that's here is kind of, and this is definitely the choir version, but seriously? Okay, hang on. I have to throw the overhead camera. I got to show something. Okay. So this is what's written for the right hand. Oh, okay. I was a bit concerned that I wasn't going to have room and I'd be tripping on myself, but I guess it's not that bad. Yeah, I suppose that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I suppose that'll be okay. I mean, I could do I don't know, I could do, again, if I'm going to be helping with singing, I can't really do it exactly as they have here, because this is definitely for choir, this part here. Like, oh, yeah, that is. The SATB just seems like a little too much when, you know, you've got choir people that are already harmonizing. So it's just good to let the keyboard be the keyboard and do like arpeggiated stuff. So, okay. So yeah, since I don't know this as well, let me just. No. I'm so glad I'm not cantering that. The soloist is doing that. Lord, have mercy. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Christe, no, Christe, yeah, and then I think the response would be the English. Christ have mercy. Oh, I'm missing. I think I made that mistake the last time I played, so I should actually, circle that maybe. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Yeah, I suppose that'll be okay. I mean, it's straightforward-ish. Okay, so next up would be, oh yes, the responsorial psalm. So this is going to be interesting. The soloist is someone who's not from our choir, but someone obviously who can sing. So that means I'm going to have to run through this a few times to make sure that the certain spots where, there's retards or, there's a big change for the fourth verse. So the challenge is going to be to make sure that, I'm secure in that enough so that I can look and listen to hear where that soloist is planning to take extra time and where she pushes it. So I am going to run through the transition from the refrain to the fourth verse, though, just because that takes quite a bit of. I'm looking at page 2 and jumping to page 4, and it's colored in pink. So let us try. I'm going to go through the refrain. So. Forgetting that I'm in F minor. And then here's where it changes. Here's a retard. So how much of a retard? I don't know. And then another retard. think I control that one. So that's going to be the first one that... So I think that'll be okay. The other thing I need to do is just run through that opening, because sometimes I have it and sometimes I don't. And openings, the accompanist wants to come in strong. We're a collaborative pianist because we're collaborating. So I don't know. I've been cheating madly. I should probably maybe. Although, I mean, I could drill that probably more thoroughly after the funeral, before the next funeral. I just for the night before, and this is a good pro tip to students. If your performance is the next day, just cheat however you need to make it work. Because you need to keep the tempo close to where it should be, or where you can play it fluently, or give the illusion that it's fluent. Then the next thing is the melody, especially if it's something that people sing. So, mind you, if you're doing accompaniment, then you just have to give like the cues of like a good solid cue note before they start the next verse. And then after that, you could just feasibly break it down and just play broken chords. So. See, I'm cheating, but I need to cheat properly and stay in that D flat major chord. C minor 7, let's do it. And then we got So yeah, for me, it is just getting this where I'm not thinking about it too hard. B flat minor 7 to C minor 7. It's a 4-5-1. 4-5-1. Okay. Again, I know what I'll do is I'm going to jump. So I am going to go through that final verse. So let's go from death to life. Final verse is a little bit different, but I usually wind up cheating a little bit. But this part's the same. But here's where it changes a bit. I put the microphone in a really bad spot. Final refrain is that little bit different. Tears to Picardie. Okay. I'll do another run through off camera of it, but I mean, just to do a quick, as it's going to be tomorrow run through. So yeah, I'll move that to the must run through that again. Okay, so after that would be the second reading, and after the second reading is the gospel acclamation or the Alleluia. So we're not doing the Gloria. Okay, I need to put my practice it again pile somewhere. Okay. All right. Alleluia. There is no intro. What am I gonna do as the intro? I don't think I ever decided what I want to do as the intro, so I'm just trying to think. Usually, what we could do last 4 bars. Okay. Yeah, that could work. Okay. So the Mass parts, this is Matt Maher's Massive Communion. You can get it on CCLI Song Select. That's what Thank You Music, Valley of Songs Music, and Worship Together Music, and Ike Ndolo Music would like you to do. Our church has a specific CCLI license so that we can play it at church, and I guess because the masses are being live streamed too, that covers that. Yeah, there's the church has a license, and then the song has its own license. Okay. So I think I said the last 4 bars of the chorus. But yeah, listen to this opening here. Okay, so we've got, it's definitely the SATB version that's here. And then we got, which, if you have a choir that's harmonizing, you don't need to do that. So. Okay, 130. Okay, well, my metronome can't. Let's pick 132. Okay, 1 da 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 da. I'm trying to do an inversion. Which would make sense. I just have to do it. So yeah, singer would be countering that. So I would just have to do. And then back to the beginning. Okay, so yeah. Let me just run through the endings. So the last. And then after second reading is going to be this song. So, oh, where is it? So this is from a very old hymnal. All I got was the melody. So I actually had to turn this into a keyboard harmony exercise. And I finished writing in the chords and figuring out the chords while my harmony student was, while she was doing a question, and then I would stop and then I would mark. So this is All That I Am. Sebastian Temple from 1967. Okay, what am I going to do as my intro? I think I decided on the last 4 bars of the... Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll do the last 4 bars of the chorus. Okay, I'm just gonna get used to the all that I am, all that I do, all that I ever make, I offer now to you. Okay, and then we would repeat that apparently. I think we're going to be transposing that because that E flat in the morning is a high E flat. It's going to be painful. All that, I guess we do the second verse, maybe? I don't know. Maybe, yeah. All that I dream, all that I dream, all that oh my gosh. That's going to be like a really, really sit up and open everything up kind of note. Okay. Offer now to you. Take and sanctify these gifts for your honor, Lord. Knowing that I love and serve you is enough reward. Oh, walking bass. I think I better do the walking bass tomorrow. Okay. And then we got all that I am, all that I do, all that I ever have, I offer now to you. And then we repeat the take and sanctify these gifts again, hey? Take and sanctify these gifts for your honor, Lord, knowing that love and serve you is enough reward. And then we do second ending. I dream, all that I pray, all that I ever make, I give to you today. Oh my gosh, that high E flat is going to be painful. It is painful, especially when I didn't warm up properly. But warming up would be a good thing when you're at the high end of your range. Okay, well, I don't know. Lots of possibilities there. I think a lot of it's going to come down to how the choir ultimately takes that. So I won't muck around and try to get a perfect. Because I'm going to have to make changes to it anyway. Okay. Oh, yes. Holy, holy. Okay, what was the introduction on this one? Oh, this is like it's based on an old Marian hymn, I think. But, I don't know. I don't think I decided on an opening, like an intro for this. Nope, the ending's not going to work as an intro. Maybe the best intro would be oh my God, we are so gonna need to be warmed up. Hang on. Maybe mama, maybe mama boo. Maybe mama, maybe mama boo. Maybe mama, maybe mama boo. Yeah, whatever. Maybe mama, maybe mama boo. Maybe mama, maybe mama boo. Maybe mama, maybe mama boo. And there's so many variations to this warm up. Maybe mama, maybe mama boo. 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 Okay, let's try. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where did I get these warm-ups. This is like a mishmash of Sherry Kennedy, my vocal coach from a few years back, from her warm-up CD and the warm-ups we went through. Some of this is like warm-ups that I learned from choir, from a previous choir. There's like, I think it's Sunrise Studios. They have a really great playlist that I use when I do singing warm-ups. I'll pop the link down below because, yeah, bar none, one of the best sets of singing warm-ups I've come across. Okay. I had to push that too hard. Hang on. I'm not going to get that today. Okay, that's fine. I think the highest I need to go is that note anyway. So, or no. Okay. I wonder if we're going to be transposing that tomorrow. I would like it if we could transpose it. Again, it depends on who else shows up tomorrow. Well, it would fit. Yeah. Okay, so I think I decided on doing the first 4 bars as the introduction. Because there's none given. Okay, so next up would be okay, Eucharistic, liturgy, the Eucharist, and then we got the memorial acclamation. Oh, they actually give me an intro. Look at that. I am slouching. I think I am slouching. That is not good. I need to sit properly on my little sit-fit desk. Okay. That's a nice intro. I'll take it. When we eat this bread and drink this cup, we proclaim your death, Lord, until you come. I could do broken tense, maybe. Come again, Lord, until you. Because really, that just sounds so blah. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, and after that, more Eucharistic rites. Oh, I decided on the 2 bars. First 2 bars is an intro. Okay. Apparently, I had marked that in, so that is good. Okay. So that will be. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Yeah. 12/8 is such an interesting time signature for this. It really, truly is. Okay, Lamb of God. Agnus Dei. Oh, I think I decided on the first 5 bars. Normally it would be 4, but he's got a time signature change partway through, which kind of mucks it up a bit. So. I decided that broken tense will be good there. So, actually, this is holding together better than I thought. Seriously, I gotta clip my nails again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's holding together all right. It's a good thing I started running through it a couple of weeks ago. Oh, yeah, last funeral that I played at. I wasn't sure, so we did it. Okay, so second communion hymn. Okay, someone else is doing the first communion hymn, a family member, which is good because Hungry sounds way better on guitar. Okay. It does on piano. Okay, so communion 2. Oh, lordy. Yeah, I mean this, yeah. Do I even need to run through it? I might not even. This piece needs no introduction. So I might just, do a quick run through, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need to do a run through on that one. That's okay. That is fine. I should do a run through. So yeah, sometimes, depending on where you are with a piece, you really don't need to do a full run through. Just through certain spots where you have issues, because you don't need to spend time studying stuff you already know. Okay. This one is where, I sometimes wimp out on the intro, so I should just run through the intro. So this is May the Angels Be Your Guide. Yeah, because I trip up on what key I'm in. I forget that I'm in G flat major. So really, A flat, B flat minor, cadential 6/4. No, just 5 chords, second inversion. And then verse. G flat, G flat add 9. There's my 9. Okay. Cadential 6/4. Interesting. Fair enough. Followed by a 4. Going to. Interesting set of chords. Okay. I don't know. I need to come up with something. Well, I guess I don't need to, but it would be nice to come up with something a little bit more than what I've been doing the last few rounds. Yeah. I mean, it's a slow song, so we don't need to go too fast. Again, it depends. And ultimately, this really depends on who shows up tomorrow as the really trimmed down choir, as like 1 or 2 singers, really spaced out. And if I can sing, which high D flat, well, that's way easier to hit than that for sure. Okay, yeah, I think that'll be fine. That is already better than last funeral. So I used to think, like, one of my profs, she used to sing at funerals. I thought, singing would be extremely difficult to do at funerals. And I find that sometimes, like, playing and singing, especially if the lyrics are really, like, gut-wrenching, I have to drop the singing and just focus on the playing. But solo singing, I don't know. Especially if you see people crying, But I mean, my prof said that she sang behind a screen, so that's kind of what helped make it okay. I guess for me, the digital piano, I can't see too much over the music stand, so I can't really see. But where was I going with this? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. It's interesting because I started when I was gigging by playing at weddings. So usually, very, very joyous, very joyful. Funerals I'm finding they're bittersweet because in some cases it's, someone's been suffering and they wind up in, they're no longer in pain, or, a life well lived. So you want to celebrate that. So there's a bit of joy in celebrating that person's life. Sadness for the family and friends who are mourning. So very, very bittersweet. So trying to capture that. And it's nice when the family does pick the songs. So, they've thought about what would reflect that person who has passed away. But there's something beautiful in playing at funerals as well as weddings. I mean, it's a different kind of beauty. Like I said, it's celebrating a life well lived. At least we hope it was a life well lived when we play. Weddings, yeah, you just hope that it works. You're playing and you hope they stay together. And usually, I don't know, there's some wedding songs I absolutely detest playing, but you have to, if that's what the bride has picked, you've got to play it as beautifully as you can because, it's their day. That's what they picked. The funeral songs I find generally, that's not too hard to get on board with. They're all very beautiful and reflective. So I find, no faking required. If anything, like I said, it's trying not to cry. Okay, so this, we played this at last funeral, or sang it too. So I think I just need to run through a verse and the ending and call it. I've got to go back to that one that I have to go over again. Where's the intro? Oh, yes, there. So in these books, the church books, so this one's Journey Songs. Let the camera catch that there. So what they do for an intro is if they don't write it in, they'll put these little brackets. So that just marks where you would do a lead in. So on Eagle's Wings. So I think I'm just going to run through like a verse leading into the refrain and then just the ending. I'm just checking to see. Yeah, because everything else for me is essentially, fairly easy peasy. Now that I've got it. That describes everything, though. Really hard at the beginning, and then you get it, and then it's easy peasy. And I have to remember the key change. Okay. Yeah. That just sounds... Oh, you know what I think I did last time is I had a G sharp in one hand and a G natural in the other hand. So that could be why I was having cringeworthy moments there. Plus, that is going to be naturally cringy. I don't know. I wind up kind of cheating on that just to get away from that dissonance. Yeah, see? Does anyone miss that dissonance? I didn't. Fine. Okay, the final refrain or the coda. Yeah. Let's get through. I have the microphone in a really bad spot. got flexibility to kind of rewrite that ending. Okay, I think that's holding together fine. So we'll call it there. Like I said, I don't want to go too long, just simply because I have to still get stuff ready for the funeral, just so that it's a wake up, get ready, and go. So I'm just checking to make sure that I ran through everything that I said I needed to run through. So yeah, that is it. So thank you to everyone who popped in during the practice. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to those of you who are catching the replay for checking out the video. Hopefully there's some good practice tips there, and you get to hear an interesting mix of songs. That's one really cool thing about teaching music, is teaching privately, that is, because the students all have very different tastes of music. There's definitely trends, but in terms of the repertoire that they pick to play, it's neat, because I get to hear quite a few different songs. And this year has been interesting because some of them have picked songs that I've never played as a student or never taught. So it's an adventure. And then, like I said, hopefully those of you who are catching this and you're learning that you got some practice tips there. I just need water. This whole online living thing needs water with electrolytes. If you tune in on Wednesday, we will hear the Tuesday and Wednesday crowd songs. So we've got everything from beginner all the way up to grade 9. And that'll be after the funeral. So hopefully there's a couple of side projects that I hope to be able to sneak in there. There is a music ministry cover that I want to record. So the Christ is Mine Forevermore. I think that's getting closer with the vocals and the ukulele to be able to record a cover. I think that is it for like the other channel, my own channel. I'll drop a link to that channel below. I'm just trying to think what else. Probably hear a little bit more technique, because I'm going to record the next batch of technical requirements later this week. And record a couple more pieces, teacher demos for students. So that's all coming down the pipeline. So some of those songs will make it onto Wednesday's playlist as well. So happy practicing if you're learning an instrument. Happy listening if you're just listening. And don't forget to hit the like button down there. And the subscribe button down there. And I'm just trying to remember, the notification bell is on your right and my left, I believe. And if you've got any ideas of pieces that you'd like me to start working on, or if you've watched a few episodes, you kind of have an idea of like some of my students' tastes. So if you've got some suggestions of really neat songs, if you are working on these songs and you're not my student, or even if you are my student, I'd be interested in hearing what you like about the pieces you're working on, and also what you don't like, so that we can see what we need to do to, sort that out. That's, I think, it for a night. So have a wonderful night or a wonderful day, whatever time it is when you're catching this, and catch you on Wednesday. So have a good night.